Alright guys, welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 video. Huge news for us in 2022, introducing seasons, an updated roadmap and feedback tools. So you guys may have realized there's a new patch there for Age of Empires 4 just come out this week with lots of balance changes, bug fixes and such like. But this is going to be a bit more of an announcement about what's to come. So shortly after the release of Age of Empires 4 last year, we shared a quick view of what we were planning with our first ever community roadmap. Since then, we've been keeping an eye on your feedback across a variety of social platforms, assessing data to better understand what civilizations need more tuning in the short term, and what civilizations and maps will require more focused attention over time. And running previews such as the 1v1 ranked seasons preview with our insiders hosted this past January. By compiling and synthesizing the above feedback, we've put together a more comprehensive view of the next 5 or so months, which you can find out below. With our first major update of 2022 approaching, along with the official start of ranked seasons, we wanted to take a moment to thank you all for continuing this journey with us as we continue to maintain and grow Age of Empires 4. It's not only your time playing the game that matters to us, but also the time you take to let us know what is or was or isn't working for you. Age of Empires is built upon the premise that it takes a village, and we continuously learn that with you by our sides. Alright, let's get into the meat of things hopefully. To provide more specific view of what's coming in Age of Empires 4, we'll be covering a few key items we think you should know, including our philosophy for seasons and strong belief that seasons can benefit all Age 4 players, regardless of whether you lean in competition, or prefer a more solo Age experience. More insight into our strategy for introducing improvements to the game, including our approach to providing larger quarterly updates that introduce significant quality of life features and new content, as well as our commitment to doing balanced tuning and bug fixes in between these major updates with our monthly patches. Wow, monthly patches, that's pretty frequent. Wow, that's going to be good. And quarterly updates too. All right, cool. The features and improvements we're looking to introduce between now and roughly July 2022. Please note that some of these plans are still earlier in development and could change as we hear from you and as development progresses. If and when we decide to make significant changes to this, we plan to let you know. How we collate feedback and data to guide our decision making, and how you can help us continue our journey to make Age of Empires 4 the best it can be. Okay, so there's quite a few things that's going to be covered. Interesting. All right, well, let's just take a look at this roadmap. Right, so public update preview comes to Age 4. I think that's going to be in March, right? Yeah, we can see on the bottom here, on the bottom left, March 2022, and Season 1, Ranked Season 1, Content Editor Beta, and mods. Alright, wow, that's incredible. We're going to get mods, content editors, that's actually huge. Hotkey improvements, definitely welcome. New Art of War, a challenge, and that'd be interesting to try out for at least newcomers to the game, I suppose. Quality of life, global build queue, okay, that's going to come in, that's really important. Post-match map reveal, we've been wanting that for ages, perfect. Patrol move, Civ randomizer. Oh, Civ randomizer, that's kind of a nice option too. All right, Season 2, Ranked Season 2, fully remappable hotkeys. Guys, fully remappable hotkeys. So it's coming, it's on the way, that's massive. Player color picker, all right, cool. Map vote system, definitely welcome. Selection improvements, and more to come. So, I mean, I have to say, guys, a lot of these things probably should have been there on release of the game. And, you know, it's picking up stuff from things like Age of Empires 2, which I'm surprised they didn't kind of include in the game anyway, like for example the remappable hotkeys and the map vote system. But I guess better late than never, maybe. Prior to diving too deeply into what to expect in our next 2 quarterly updates, we wanted to pause and explain why our latest roadmap looks a bit different from our previous roadmap. Chiefly, we've changed the way we're referring to quarterly updates, more on that in a second, and visualizing our intention to approach balance and bug fixing at a monthly pace. So why is the spring update now called Season 1? During last year's What's Next for Age of Empires 4 post, we were reminded that we are serving a truly global community, and that generalizing updates based on the 4 temperate seasons such as winter and spring doesn't work for everyone. It's a good point actually, to be fair, it does make it a bit confusing. As a result, we're pivoting to a different type of season and planning to tie major content updates to refresh the Age of Empires 4 ranked seasonal ladder. While we adapt to evolve our season's strategy over time, we're starting with a few basic guides. Okay, seasons will be numbered sequentially, makes sense, starting with Season 1. As we start out, the seasonal ladder and corresponding updates will span approximately 3 months. Alright, 3 months for each season. More often than not, the seasonal ladder will kick off at least one week after the update that introduces the new season to give players the chance to adjust to any gameplay changes. Alright, pretty cool. Themes. Our seasons will have them, and these themes will show up in different areas too, from supporting art to some in-game surprises. Seasons will contain something for everyone, meaning we'll be looking to introduce changes that further the competitive experience and also quality of life improvements, new content, bug fixes, and more meaningfully impact the way you engage with other parts of the game as well. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Season 1, formerly known as the Spring Update. Season 1 is our first major update in 2022. While we can't share an exact release date just yet, we can share that it's not too far off and that there will be an opportunity to preview it in the near future if you own the game on Steam. So because it was a spring update, I thought it was going to come in the spring, but they're changing the name, so it's now Season 1. So now we don't actually know when it's going to be released. Damn. I was kind of hoping for it to be pretty soon, but apparently it's not. Well, we just don't know when it's going to be. Oh well, we're viewing Season 1 as a cause of celebration, as it's an entry point for our modding community, as well as an opportunity for those of you looking to take part in some friendly competition to do your thing and climb the 1v1 ranked seasons ladder. We're working on some fun surprises to ensure there are new challenges to face and rewards to earn regardless of your playstyle, but we don't want to spoil too much too quickly. Instead, we did want to provide a quick overview of features and balance improvements coming with Season 1. Features: the Age of Empires 4 content editor, beta and mods. This is going to be huge. I think this is a big part of why Age of Empires 2 was so successful. Let's check this out. We're excited to kick off this new journey and allow creators to make and share their own content with the wider community. The content editor is a robust tool, and we've seen from you all in the past that the sky's the limit with modding. Alongside the editor, we'll be introducing a number of in-house mods and tutorials to get you all started. Though the content editor is launching as a beta, it will remain persistently available following the start of Season 1, and we'll be looking to build relationships with our modding community to better guide the future of the tool alongside the game. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. The 1v1 ranked ladder, you can read about this game mode, the tiers and more here. We discussed this a little bit earlier in a different video, so yeah, we don't really need to go through that again, I think. Would also like to thank those of you who participated in the preview, blah blah blah. Alright, including refining our map pool list and making the tier numbers and images align more intuitively based on the feedback. Alright, so a couple of things about the remapping hotkeys, that's improvement. That's a huge improvement. Hotkey improvements: we know responsive and editable hotkeys with a range of uses are important to Age players, and we know that many of you are eager to see a fully remappable input system similar to what's offered in other titles. We truly appreciate that you continue to emphasize to us the importance of this feature. I mean, did we really? It's kind of, yeah, anyway. For me personally, it seems like a very obvious thing that really should have been on the release of the game, but you know, I suppose better late than never. Fully remappable inputs require substantial development time across the board, and while we're just not there yet, we expect to introduce fully remappable inputs in Season 2. Oh, yes, of course. So the fully remappable is not going to be until Season 2. That's going to be a long time. So we don't know when Season 1 starts, and then Season 2 is going to be at least 3 months after that. So we're going to be waiting at least 3 months for remappable hotkeys, I'm afraid. At least. Anyway, in the meantime, Season 1 brings with it the following notable improvements to the hotkey system. Additional categories within the hotkey menu have been added that will enable players to quickly navigate between various functions and update input speeds. We've added the ability to rebind hotkeys to mouse 3, 4 and 5, quickly toggle on and off control group exclusivity, or use any number of new hotkeys to add or remove a unit from a control group. Okay, players will be able to bind other commands to Alt and Shift keys, which is pretty useful. New global hotkeys enable players to quickly find idle villages, cycle through structures, and much more. I mean, the thing is, because it's being done in stages, we're going to have to keep changing our hotkeys, and I don't know, I feel like it would have been better if just done one foul swoop, but I mean, it should have been in the release of the game anyway, to be honest, but oh well. Quality of life improvements such as global build queue, the patrol move, a Civ randomizer selection within the lobby, and full post-match map reveal. I mean, these are really standard things for a AAA title, so I'm glad they're coming in, finally. Mega Random comes to Age of Empires 4, that's pretty crazy. Mega Random's going to be there. I mean, a lot of the map gen's a bit crazy as it is, but Mega Random, nice. as do in-house created mods, a new Art of War challenge, difficulty tuning across a variety of campaign missions, and more. We're getting mega random, guys. Impressive. Balance. We've got some exciting balance changes planned for the Abbasid Dynasty, Chinese, and Holy Roman Empire civilizations in particular. You can read more about those plans in our recent patch notes. Okay, we talked about that in a previous video anyway. Alright, so Season 2. While our plans for Season 2 are not as locked in as Season 1, we've put together an early view of some key elements we intend to prioritize. You can expect a more refined list from us as development continues, but in the meantime, here's a quick look at some of what we're looking to commit to in Season 2. Okay, Rank Season 2, you can expect updates to the Rank Season ladder alongside the refresh. We'll be looking to grow this feature with your input in mind. Fully remappable inputs, okay, we expected that map vote system. That's really huge. That's going to come in Season 2 then. Okay, so it's going to be another at least 3-4 months then. We're aware that appetite to play certain maps is strongly influenced by game mode, presence of water, and more. For the Season 1 ladder, we plan to start off with the map pool based on data. Right. So they're going to remove maps like Boulder Bay and Mongolian Heights, which many of you told us were not preferred, to ensure the maps you play in the ranked offer the most competitively entertaining experiences. That said, we recognise this doesn't fully solve the issue. In the near future, we'll be looking to introduce an in-game system that allows players more control over what maps they end up with during matches. Yeah, so okay. So they're going to look at out-of-game solutions as well. Yeah, I mean, I think the map bans is probably the best way forward, because then it lets players choose what maps they don't want to play and what maps they do want to play, and doesn't force you not to play. I mean, like, there could be some people who want to play Boulder Bay. There could be some people who want to play Mongolian Heights. So, yeah. Player color picker. We've seen this feature request pop up across a number of venues from chats during our developer. I mean, yeah, come on, player colors, man. We had this in Age of Empires 2. We really should be able to have this in Age of Empires 4. Alright, what we're monitoring and ways to help. If you've made it to this point to the blog post, we'd like to thank you again. Okay, yep. Let's skip a bit. Here are just a few of other items we're actively investigating for the future. Some of these are likely to land this year, and some may even be pulled in Season 2. Observer mode improvements land this year. So, alright. So the casting UI is still going to stay as it is for a very long time. Probably after Season 2, or maybe within Season 2. But Taunts, wow, another year before this is going to be there. Taunts was a really fun part of Age of Empires 2. Cheats are going to be coming in a good few months. Waypoint indicators. Alright, I suppose there's a lot more I forgot that needs to be included. But yeah, these are pretty standard and important things. But okay. Right, so if we're not seeing something that we want there to be, let them know on the Age of Empires official forums. Alright, there's a public update preview coming very soon, so that'd be kind of cool to check out the new updates. And there's going to be a post-release survey after Season 1. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of things that are changing, guys. You know, hotkeys will be coming eventually. Taunts, cheats, waypoint indicators, color picking. There's lots of things to come. Map voting system, but it's all going to be coming in a sort of broken down and slow kind of integration, I suppose. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do give it a thumbs up. It's a quick update on some of the important news that's just come out today, March the 3rd. And yeah, it's kind of optimistic times, I suppose, for Age of Empires. I wish it would be a little bit quicker. I mean, there probably is, it is a lot of work, I'm sure, for the devs, but a lot of things I think we kind of expected there to be on the release of the game, and I think that's kind of hurt Age of Empires quite a lot. But anyway, with these changes and these updates, hopefully we'll get a lot of players back. But yeah, take care, guys, and see you next time.